here we go.
What is going on, everybody? My name is Mike from the Super Wheeler Bros, and we are back with another review of Prison Break's Return, Season 5, Episode number 4, entitled The Prisoner's Dilemma. So let's get right into it. I want to apologize by saying I'm sorry that I did not get this video out last week. It has been insane, but I didn't want to shortchange anybody who has watched these reviews and kind of wanted to get a continuation of that. We're going to go ahead and review Episode 4 and Episode 5, and those will both be out in rapid succession. Episode number 4 is definitely the best and most exciting of the season thus far. And basically in this episode, Michael and his crew race to get out of Ogygia prison as ISIL is taking over the city. And Lincoln fights to get inside the prison in order to rescue Michael. Meanwhile, stateside, T-Bag and Sarah team up and continue to work together to figure out Poseidon's identity. I really liked the cat and mouse game between Michael and Ramal. That whole part of the episode was just about ratcheting up the tension and making it unbearable, and I thought that they executed that portion really, really well. There were a lot of great sequences in this episode, but by far the best one was near the conclusion when Michael and his crew are cornered by Ramal and his ISIL soldiers. And they are subsequently about to be executed when Lincoln comes to the rescue, wielding a 50 cal mounted rifle, and mows down a few baddies, and Whip takes out Ramal in a surprisingly efficient fashion. Of course, painting themselves as huge targets in the process. Michael and Lincoln's reunion was much sought after and pitch perfect. It was insanely touching. And it was really great to see the embrace they had right there near the end of the episode, right before they had to go back on the run again. But it was just nice to see the two brothers finally come together again. Well, remember when I talked about Kellerman seeming to be the bad guy this time around? Well, I don't think I was exactly right about that. Rip Kellerman. Rip Paul Kellerman again. As T-Bag confronts Kellerman, saying he knows that he's set his lackeys on Sarah and that he's Poseidon, well, we get a little bit of a explanation that Kellerman's actually trying to figure out who Poseidon is, because he's a rogue CIA agent, one that thinks that he can get things done the way that he thinks they should be done. And for his trouble, he promptly receives a couple of bullets from our bad guy hitmen that have been following Sarah around. As he divulges that the conspiracy goes much deeper, Kellerman gets one final breath to tell the hitman that things aren't always as they seem. I was a little bummed about that. I thought that Kellerman could have been the villain and that he definitely earns that title. But obviously, that was another little MacGuffin that we threw in there, and it worked really well. It did. Somehow in this fracas, T-Bag is able to escape. Don't know how, he's just a cockroach, can't get rid of him. He takes a bullet, but somehow survives, and is able to follow these bad guys, these professional hitmen. Probably the biggest far-fetched part of the episode. These hitmen meet with Poseidon, or assumedly so. And this is where we get our patented prison break twist. And this is where the only real issue I had with this episode comes in. It was kind of lame and actually very predictable that it ended up being Sarah's husband, Jacob, that the bad guys met with. I mean, it's out of left field, but it's not really. It's pretty straightforward. He's the only other character they've really introduced that could have possibly come back, unless it would have been a little bit smarter and been someone else that maybe we hadn't seen in a long time on the show. And while Jacob meeting with the hitman doesn't confirm anything, instead of it being shocking, it just leaves you going, huh? So I didn't exactly enjoy the way that the episode wrapped up, but otherwise, this was by far the best episode so far, and it seems like each episode has gotten better and better, which again, I'll say it, is what you want out of a TV show. If I was going to score episode number 4 of Prison Break's 5th season, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Once again, this was an awesome, awesome episode. I really, really enjoyed it. We'll see how that plays out as far as the twist goes. I don't like it so far. We'll see how everything plays out. Next week it looks like maybe we'll finally get an explanation as to what happened to Michael and why he has faked his death or why he was presumed dead. We'll see what happens from there. Everything's very, very interesting and intriguing, and I'm so glad Prison Break is back. Tell me what you guys thought of this episode of Prison Break in the comments section below. I definitely want to hear what you guys have to say. If you enjoyed this review and you would like to see more like it, and all of our other segments on the channel, definitely keep tuned because there is going to be a lot more content coming your way. So definitely don't forget to hit that subscribe button. My name is Mike from the Super Wheeler Bros, and as always, my friends, have yourselves a super week.